How long have you got? Right, okay, so my name's Hari Har Ji. This is my spiritual name that was given me from our yoga master. I'm the director of the Sahej Academy. I started the Sahej Academy in 2007. Before that, I was working with another teacher and we went our own ways. So I've been practicing Kundalini Yoga for about 35 years. I've been a teacher trainer for more than 30 years. So I've been basically doing the same thing for more than 30 years and I still love it. So I train teachers. I used to teach a lot of classes, but now I travel so much that I really don't have the consistency to be there for people. So for example, last week I was in Scotland, this week I'm here, next week I shall be in Switzerland teaching a higher level of training. So what we're doing here is we're training people on the first level to become a yoga instructor. So they'll get an internationally recognized certificate they can use anywhere in the world. It comes from the top qualification, the Kundalini Research Institute, which is based in America. And when they've passed their exam and fulfilled all their requirements, they will then be able to teach yoga.
So here's the million-dollar question then. For you, why yoga?
Why yoga? I've tried to avoid it for years. I actually didn't want to do this. It wasn't in my conscious plan at all. But what I love, I was born a very spiritual person. Even as a child, my parents thought I was strange. So I have that spiritual connection. And then, you go off and follow careers and do things. And I happened to be introduced to a man who practiced this yoga. I didn't know. I went to see him for acupuncture and Chinese herbs. But I loved his energy. I loved the way that he was so contained. He had a great sense of humor. But he was so solid and so calm. And I thought, I love his energy. So I inquired at reception and said, what does he do? And they said, Kundalini Yoga. And I thought, oh no, I don't want to do yoga. But I knew that I had to try. So I went to one class, sat there with my knees under my chin because I was so stiff. I couldn't move, so stiff. And that was it. That was it. It was like a huge epiphany for me. That is what I had to do. So here I am, 35 years later, still trying to get out of it, still love it.
That's amazing. And so you're working with Allah for this class, and there's some Ukrainian ladies in the room. How important is it for them to be involved in something like this?
Oh, I wish you'd been here earlier because they were talking about how much need there is in Ukraine and within the Ukrainian community here. People in England have been really generous and welcoming people to their homes, but they're still homesick. They still are concerned about their family, their friends, their community, even the people they don't know. One of the ladies here, Aliona, she's talking about how she can offer so much in meditation that brings you to peace, to actually be able to find another level of consciousness about what is happening in their country, how to actually be all right in the middle of such trauma, how to navigate your way around it without becoming sick or bitter or angry or resentful. They're so grateful to be here, but at the same time they feel they want to give back, and through this they know that they can give back. This yoga has been proved to change the way that your mind works, to make you feel differently, to realize that there's another aspect to life, not just what is obvious in your face through the media. And they know that they can bring this, so they really want to share it with the community here or even if they get back home, the community at home.
That's amazing. And I don't know.
Actually, the lady who's in Ukraine, who's one that you're sponsoring, she said her child has met her father for the first time, because she's gone back for them to meet, and she's actually going to teach a yoga class there next week.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't know loads about it, but it seems to me that melding of the breath and the movement and the spiritual aspect all comes together, and it's all, no one is more important. Is that?
No one is more. It all works together. You're quite right. What happens is it activates an energy that we're all born with. Children are born with such wonder, such excitement. They just find such wonder in everything. But as we grow older, that gradually goes to sleep, and we become old and tired before our time. What we do is we wake that up again. Through what we do, the way we breathe, we chant, we move, it wakes up that energy again, so that you have another experience of what life can be. You've got a lot more possibilities, and instead of saying, can't be bothered, you'll say, yeah, let's have a go. And it just changes people.
That sounds amazing. Is there?
I could bore you with technicalities
Well,
of how that actually happens, but we haven't got time, probably.
No, probably
Yeah.
not. Is there anything about yoga, about this project, that you want to tell me about that I haven't asked about?
Ooh, probably loads.
Sounds like a job interview, doesn't it? Is there anything I haven't asked you about?
I think actually the Ukrainian group gave a presentation this morning on meditation to us. They're working incredibly well, and it's incredibly hard for them. They're not asking for a lot of translation because they do understand, because they've been in England long enough. One of them speaks quite good English, but they're putting in so much effort, such a lot of effort, to really be part of this, and that they really value it so much. And they made a fantastic presentation this morning with slides and projections and everything. The one that speaks the best English is, speaking the longest. But they all are working together and really working to be part of this group as well.
It's that belonging is important, isn't it? When you've been displaced and through that, and it sounds like they're building more belonging here.
Yeah, we were speaking with the group last night, and Ala said, you will never forget this few days. You make friends like you never forget who you do your training with. And when you've got that spiritual connection, and when you can start talking about the weird and wonderful things that we take for granted, and nobody's questioning you, to say, yeah, that happened to me, I understand. And then you expect more of the magic. I call it living in the magic. And if the magic isn't working, I know I'm not working. You expect life to be magic. I'm damn surprised when things don't go right.
Maybe we need more of that, demanding that life is magic.
Exactly. But our yoga master used to say, smile at people, be nice, shout at God. Come on.
Amazing. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for taking the time and talking to me and answering my questions.
You're very welcome.